Imagine that you can grow your lettuce, your tomatoes, and even strawberries in your kitchens and your living rooms with no dirt and soil. I'm going to show you how to do it all year long. Let's get started. In this video, we are going to go over the top 5 questions asked on Google search about growing food in an indoor hydroponic system. The number 1 question is, what are the best plants to grow in a hydroponics indoors? The second most asked question is, how much maintenance do indoor hydroponic systems need? The third question most asked, how do I succession grow my own plants so I always have food? The fourth most asked question is, what is the cheapest way to grow hydroponics at home? Our fifth question, is it worth it? Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Corey. I am a gardener. I grow a lot in raised beds outdoors. I have indoor and outdoor hydroponics that I've been doing outdoors for about 6, 7, maybe 8 years. I don't know, it's been a while. The indoor ones we've been playing with for about 2 years, and I tell you, I absolutely love them. I can't imagine them not in my house anymore, besides the food that it brings us. It is so beautiful. It's like a piece of artwork. So anyways, the number 1 question on the Google search for hydroponics is, what should I be planting in my hydroponics? And we'll touch base on that, the do's and don'ts, the things I learned from, and also how easy it is to grow your food in this really, really quickly. Let's get started. I'm choosing very compact plants like the lettuce right here that you see. They're going to be very small and they're going to grow really, really fast. This is a different type of bib lettuce. It starts growing crazy like this, but then all of a sudden it starts growing into a little ball. I have herbs in here. This is mammoth basil, and I got peppers to the right and the left of it. Peppers are amazing. You can control the size of them. A green pepper, like I can't grow this in August. Strawberries. Strawberries are very compact plants. A shishito pepper, we have 3 of them growing right now. They give you so much fruit. They're wonderful, super mild, not hot, not spicy at all, but just a ton of flavor, and they give you so much food. Purple basil, I keep it small and compact. I trim it a lot. These marigolds just show a little bit of flower, a little bit of color. They're beautiful, and they're very small, compact. They don't get huge. This is another colosseum, I think it's called colossia, and they have been growing here for months. Lemon balm. Lemon balm, you cut and it grows back. I make tea with it. I dry it out, put it in a jar. I have lemon balm tea for the rest of my life. I can't grow lavender outside to save my life, but I can grow in hydroponics, and I have a ton dried and I have it fresh at my beck and call. It doesn't get woody, and I just keep cutting it and it grows back. I have to have cilantro because I have avocados, and this is the only way I can grow it. Okay, so number 2 question, how much maintenance does an indoor hydroponics take? And I'm going to show you. And it's a very, very simple thing. We live in the state of Florida, zone 9A. It is 100, feels like 110 degrees outside. And I still love to garden all year long. And I can come in here and nip and tuck and play with this and take off some brown leaves. And I'll show you some of the maintenance things that I have to do for this style. And they all, they're all about the same. They're all gonna be, they may have bigger water containers in them. These have about 5 gallons each. And let me show you. So this is where I put the water in at the bottom. It holds about 5 gallons. I put the nutrients straight up in the pitcher before I fill it. Let me see if you can do it from this angle. I just filled this a few days ago. I'm pouring it all over. So I'm just gonna top it off. And this it needs to be filled, this 5 gallon tank, about every 6 or 7 days. The plants just absorb all the liquid and all the nutrients. So if I just did this a couple days ago, I'm putting a pretty good amount in here. That's it. That's my weekly maintenance. What you do is you get a little pollen on your finger, and then you put a little pollen on that one, and you take the pollen from this one, and then you put the pollen on that one. And then you've got them pollinated. There's no bees in this house. Tomatoes, peppers, I even do my strawberries. They need to be pollinated by you. Now, I don't care who you are. I know this isn't a huge bowl, but this is like every couple days. Shishito peppers, look at that one, how pretty it is. All we do with these is I blister them, and I've done them a couple different ways, but I really like just doing this, adding some salt and pepper after I blister them, and putting some balsamic vinegar on them. That's it. They're delicious. So number 3, another very popular search on Google for hydroponics is how do I succession plant seeds so I always have food. So let's get into this. So this is the fun part, right? We're growing indoors, and this is our dirt. These are little seed sponges that I get on Amazon. I have some in water right now, and they are gonna get much bigger than the dry ones here. And this is what we're gonna put our seeds in. I'm just gonna put 1 seed in this little crack here, maybe 2, let's put in 2. Let's put in 2 seeds in each one. And then what we're gonna do is just fill that up, and you put it right back in there. So on succession sowing, so you saw those tomatoes, the ones that were full of tomatoes, those are probably pushing 60 days old. And it takes about 70 days for me to get a ripe cherry tomato on those. So every time I take something out, I usually start 1 or 2 more tomatoes. So I always have them going on. So you saw there was like a 6-inch tomato in there, and I may last week have started another one. So again, it's always growing, but this time, here's these tomatoes I picked here. This one's from Etsy. It's a dwarf tomato, and it says orange. Okay, so this one here is a gourmandise yellow. It's a dwarf determinate. That means it's not gonna go crazy, but it says 70 days. So I'm definitely gonna start 2 more tomato plants here. I'm gonna start some dill because I love it, and I only got 1 growing in there right now, and it's giving me a lot of dill to dry and put away, but I always want that fresh stuff too. Cilantro, y'all. I have got 2 avocado trees that are just fully loaded with avocados, and I don't want to buy any cilantro. You cannot grow it in August. So I have it in there now, but it seems to, like, after about 6 weeks, it's like you've had enough of giving you too much. So I just always want to keep growing some more cilantro in there every couple weeks when I take something out. Rosemary and sage are going to be a new thing, replacing something else, because I just haven't grown these things in my hydroponics, and I love them both so much, and it's really hard to grow them. Kind of like the lavender, it gets real woody. So I'm gonna grow that in here as well. And then I'm adding 2 flowers. I'm gonna add the Celestia, which is doing super good in there, and it's lasted me months and months and months and months. I think I started those last November, but it does say that these take 100 days to flower. So let's just get that in there. And then my Cape Forget-Me-Nots. These are pretty, these are blue, these are gonna be super, super cute. And these take about 70 days too. So let's just get them in there. I'll have some bounces of pretty color. And yeah, we're just gonna put 2 seeds in each of these and then put it right over there. Let's go on to the next question. So the 4th question that is asked quite a bit on Google search engines for hydroponics, indoor hydroponics, is what is the cheapest way that I can grow hydroponics? I would say this. I have seen people grow and build their own hydroponics, a 5-gallon bag and a pump, and that is not my expertise, but it is definitely the cheapest. You can go get this pipe from Home Depot and do all kinds of things for a fraction of the price. But what I have done, and I would highly recommend, because people move, people need to get rid of things, all kinds of things, go on Facebook Marketplace and try to find a used one. You are gonna find something that is affordable in your area, but you have to keep on looking, because these are called gardens. I don't even think I said that in the beginning because I'm not pushing this. It's Gardyn. And I had seen them before and studied them before, but the price of them is close to over $800 for a brand new one. And that's a lot of money for, I didn't know what I was going into, and I hadn't tried it. And so I didn't want to put out that much money if it wasn't gonna put out that much food. So meanwhile, we had found one on Facebook Marketplace for $200 used, and that's what this one is right here. And I have had to string some new hose up on it, so I learned how to do that, super cheap. And I have learned what pumps work great in these things. They're under $30. I keep 2 on hand all the time in case one breaks, because it can't go without water and nutrition ever. So, but let me take you to Facebook Marketplace real quick and show you the differences just for today, because tomorrow there could be something else, and the next day or next week there could be something else different. But I just want to show you all the different kinds of things that you can look at, but what is great for your home. Now, what is great for my home is that this is very, very thin. It goes up to the wall. It's not ginormous. It's only 5 gallons of water, and it is absolutely a beautiful, stunning piece of artwork. So if you can find one of these for $200, it is going to bring you a ton of food, and you are gonna love it, and it's gonna bring peace and oxygen to your living room. Let me show you this on Facebook real quick. Okay, so all I did was put indoor hydroponic system, and there's the one I have right there. They want $500 for that thing. Shh, wait for the next one. And then this one is really interesting. It is $550, more than I would want to spend right now, but it is so cool looking. Now these, like right here, that would hold up like my tomatoes that are really heavy, or like the cilantro that was hanging down. So that is a pretty cool system. I've never seen it before. So you just kind of got to watch out and look every day, because you don't know what they're going to have out there. There's an outdoor one, and there's a bunch of different kind of systems. This is pretty cool. I would use that for outdoors. I own that. Here's one for $390. So you also have to look at the area. But yeah, $390 is a lot less than $550. So you just got to look through this every day in hopes that you can find one for like $200, because it is worth it. So here's the next question, my 5th question that I saw that most people were searching about hydroponics on Google search. And that is it worth it? I may have already answered that, but let me just tell you. Right now, I cannot grow lavender. In fact, I can never grow lavender in the state of Florida. And if you live in Alaska, and that's the thing about these, it doesn't matter what climate you're in. You can grow this in any state, any country, anywhere around the world, as long as you have electricity and some water and some nutrients. I will go into nutrients in a whole another situation. But I can't grow lavender. I can't grow cilantro in June, July, August, September outside at all. I'm growing it here. Tomatoes. My tomatoes are done for this season. I'm about to start my new tomatoes for my winter fall crop, and that will be happening tomorrow. But I can grow cherry tomatoes, dwarf size, in these all year long. So I can throw them in salads, and it's wonderful. Salads, I can't grow them in May, June, July, August, September outside at all until it gets chilly outside. And chilly in Florida is about 2 weeks long. So I can grow my lettuce all year long in here. And if you're huge salad eaters, grow all salad. We tend to pick pieces off and put them on sandwiches, make wraps with them. A big salad is not really our style, but I do it every once in a while. And if that's what I did for my family all the time, I would grow an abundance more salad on this thing. You have to grow what you like and what you eat. Spinach, I wouldn't do a whole lot of spinach on this thing because it would take up too much room. But what I'm trying to say here is I can grow all year things that I can't do outdoors, whether it's cold out or whether it's hot out. Let's not even go to the price of everything in the stores right now. A little tiny box of cherry tomatoes, especially different colors, and I'm growing yellow, orange, and red, are like $6. Anywhere from $4 on, $5 on, $6 on dollars for a little tiny thing. You saw how many was on that bottom thing right there? That's about a box of tomatoes right there. So I've always got them coming in, not to mention my strawberries. I have never got an abundance of strawberries on here, and I may rethink that later down the road. But that's the coolest thing about this. Number one, this is like wall art, and you can change it around. You can move things around. You can put all flowers in one of them. You can just, it's never ending. It's never ending. And that's a cool thing. If you are a gardener, you don't want it to end. You just want to be comfortable. And in June and July, I take that month off of gardening. It looks horrific out there, the weeds and all that stuff. And I am about to get it ready, whether I like it or not, because I have plants already started for my cool crops. But this is something we have done all day long. And let me tell you, the weather outside today feels like 110 degrees out. I could have never done a gardening video with you guys for this long. And I don't like have to reset it all in one day. I usually take something out and put something in, take something out and put something in. I just wanted to take a bunch of things out and get it all done. I have the time, I have whatever. But no, is it worth it? If you find a great deal and you have that much space in your house, I think these are 12 inches deep and they're about maybe 5 foot tall. And they slide right, you see where my TV, that my TV is on the wall. It's not on a stand, it's on the wall. So it's really not taking any more space at all. And it's just giving you food. I plan on adding 2 more in my kitchen. So this whole entire wall going up will have this lit food, and it is beautiful. So anyways, thank you for spending the day with me. I am just very passionate about growing your own food and knowing what's on it, and in different ways. I don't think there's just one way to grow it, and that's why I have a food forest out there. That's why I have raised beds out there for different times of the year. That's why I have hydroponics indoors. That's why I have hydroponics outdoors. And the more you slowly broaden your range of growing things, the more food you're gonna have. So anyways, I enjoyed this. I'll talk to you later. Bye.